Hello student, good morning. Today I am going to start Civics Chapter 9 Urban Livelihood. Urban Livelihood. The chapter name is Urban Livelihood. Do you know the meaning of livelihood? Student, livelihood means occupation. The occupation which people does in cities, towns, in metropolitan cities. And the occupation which people does in village, that is known as primary livelihood. Now in this chapter we will study about the occupation of the people in urban areas. Students, as you all know that in village people mostly do primary occupation. In primary occupation means the people engaged mostly in agriculture, cattle rearing, dairy farming, fishing, mining, etc. These are the works which people do in village areas. The act of shifting from one place to the other is called migration. Student, every year many people migrate from village to city for work. Due to lack of employment facilities in village areas or in rural areas, people migrate to neighboring towns and cities. This link rural and urban lives. Such migration of rural folk to urban areas leads to the overcrowding of cities, thereby creating unsanitary conditions there. But it has certain advantage of its own. It leads to the prosperity of both the rural and urban people. The rural people can send their income to dependents living in the village, and the urban people can expand their business with the help of rural labor. Thus, the rural people save their families from starvation, and the urban people increase their production with easily available labor. In metropolitan cities, people are engaged in various types of livelihood. In urban areas, different type of people reside and they practice different types of livelihood. Factory workers, shopkeepers, businessmen, professionals, teachers, doctors, royal, etc. are the main people who reside in the cities and towns. There are, however, other people who follow different kind of professions. They include vegetable vendors, domestic servants, garment workers and bank employees, etc. Now, in this chapter, we will study about their categories. So many people were there in cities and towns, which are a major part of the people, and these people are known as self-employed, who themselves run their own business and shops. They are independent to run their own shop as they like. Their incomes depend on hard work and interaction. Shopkeepers and businessmen form a major section of the self-employed category. For example, we see hawkers and vendors. These are self-employed people. Hawkers and street vendors are also self-employed. They do not have their permanent shops. The self-employed generally have definite places which they set their shops or business. Sometimes they employ other people on a permanent or contract basis who help them to run their business. Some self-employed people provide specific services which can be academic. Many others such as electricians, carpenters and plumbers provide technical services. The self-employed can earn huge profit if their business flourish. They are known as self-employed people. They are not dependent on government or any other people. Students, our next category is the daily wage earners. Do you know, student, which people comes in this category? People who are not employed on a regular basis and are engaged in day-to-day employment form a part of the wage employment. They are laborers, carpenters, painters, stone cutters, sanitary workers, etc. For example, we can see by this slide, you can see the photo of the daily wage earners. So many people are there who used to do daily work and they are depend on daily wages. Many people who work in different shops, offices, factories and earn on a daily basis. These are known as daily wage earners. Laborers at construction site, laborers in factories, people engaged in embroidery, makeup artists, carpenter, masons, etc. So many people are included in daily wage earners category. Daily wage earners often have long working hours and do not get paid sufficiently. Their job is also not permanent. If a particular job gets over and the employer does not need them anymore, they have to look for work elsewhere. There are no additional benefit in working as daily wage laborers. They are not allowed to take leave or holidays. If they lose out on money, if they fall sick as they are not able to go to work and earn their daily wages. Thus, most of the daily wage earners have a very poor standard of living. Now, permanent job and private job. Now, what do you understand by permanent job? Permanent job means government job. Okay, means government sector job, and it is also known as regular employment. There are some employees who are employed on a permanent basis, given a regular monthly salary and allowances. All people of public, all public of work, those who work in public sector, their life is more comfortable than compared than private sector. Okay. Now, what is private sector? What do you understand by private sector or private jobs? Students, the private sector employs workers through individually business owners, corporation or other non-government agencies. Jobs include those in manufacturing, financial services, profession, hospitality or other non-government agencies. The private sector, in simple word, you can understand by this that so many private companies are there, so many private schools are there, business factories are there, industries are there. So those who are running individual business owners and the people who work under that, this is known as private sector. Okay. For example, you can see the private bank also. Private factories also. So this is the difference. And government job, it means that is a government sector. It means the department or the which is related with government. For example, government school, government companies, government industries, the industries which is running by government, the companies which is running by government. So many departments are there. under government, the people work under that. So this is the difference between the permanent job and private job. Government sector is also known as public sector. So public services are organizations that are directly run by the state government, local government or central government. Okay. So many examples you can see: school, hospital, industries. So many departments are there which is running by government. Okay. Railway, airways, then transportation, that is also okay. Private services is mean which is running by which is a theme for the business only, and that is owned or running by private individuals, people. Okay, private company, private school, private hospitals, etc. So regular or permanent employment, those people who are, for example, teacher, doctor, clerk, lawyer, postman, bank. So many people are there, those who work in government sector. So these are included in government sector, and they are the more advantage compared than private sector. Advantage of government job is this, that first, every month you will get salary on time. Those people who are working in government sector, they get salary on time. Then second is pension. They get pension also till death. This is a complete insurance of their life. And third is the lot of free time to do other activities also. Number 4 is then survive without any skill. In a government job, whether you work for 1 hour or 8 hours, you will get same salary. Then is housing facility. In mostly in government sectors, in mostly departments, government provide housing facility also to their employees. Number 6, free health care. You will get health facility also. Then number 7, get all types of allowances, for example, DNS allowance, and then TA, that is known as traveling allowance. So the government used to pay this allowance. Then number 8, get maximum vacation to spend, holidays also you get. Number 9, sense of social security. It means that if you will get monthly salary on time, a lifelong pension, medical facility and other facilities, then your life is much secured compared to other people who work for private companies or who work in private sector. Okay. Then for women's, there is maternity leave also, and for all government staffs, there is medical leave also. So many facilities people get, those who work in government sector. Student, I want to tell you what is permanent job and private job. Permanent job, student, it is known as government job. Okay, government job means which the sector, the departments, the institutions, the factories, the schools, and many other departments which is running by government, local government or central government or state government, that is known as government sector. And the employee which works under that, they have permanent jobs, and the government give their employees many benefits, special facilities, and in private job you will not get the facilities which government employee get. Okay, in private job it means that the private institutions, the private schools, so many private factories, private companies which is running by individual business owners for profit. This is known as private sector. You can see so many private schools, you can see so many private banks which is in market, and so many private companies in India. uh, so the workers which work in private sector, they and the private sector which is running by individual business owners, corporation or other non government agencies, they provide jobs they provide jobs for their employees, but they will not but they are not they will not provide all the facilities or extra benefits to their employees compare than government employees. Okay, so this is the difference. So many heavy industries which is running by government, by central government, the employees who work in these companies, in these industries, they get special facilities. Special facilities, their job is secure. All the facilities they get by the central government. Okay student, thank you.